it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 666. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that right now. So, yeah. So, anywho, we are that podcast that talks about games, anime, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything between. I'm DJ Ron Mass.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
That's not Mako-chan. That's Deadpool slinging chimichangas in a food truck.
That too.
And for those of you who are listening to the podcast have no idea what I'm talking about, you'll soon find out in a few minutes. So, anywho, now we got that out the way. How's everybody doing tonight?
Freaking tired.
Mako's like, whatever.
I'm here. That's about it.
Well, it is episode 666, so I guess you kind of sort of have to show up, you know?
It is the only reason why I am here.
As for me, I'm like, things are going for what it is, so it's it, and that's that. So, anywho, now we got that out the way. Let me bring my thing back up here. We are live tonight, week of February 25th, 2025, right here on Twitch TV. We are here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You will always find this at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at VogNetwork.com. And come hang out with those peoples on Twitch at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. And then come hang out on our Discord, VogNetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has a channel, so come through and hang out with us. Water's just fine. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to move things along to how was your week and how was your day. So, Mako-chan, how was your week and how was your day?
I've been sick.
I could tell.
Yeah, so shortly after the episode on the 4th, I started feeling like crap. Went to work that Wednesday. And just was still feeling like crap. And then proceeded to have a fever of between 100 to 102 for the next 5 days.
That's not good.
It wasn't COVID, was it?
No. I was tested for COVID. I was tested for both types of the flu. All of it came back negative. So I was diagnosed with viral bronchitis.
Oh, that just sounds worse.
Yeah, so I was on steroids to help open up the bronchial tubes, and now I'm basically just taking what is essentially Mucinex to help keep everything open, and I got a prescription inhaler.
Mucinex. Mucinex.
So now I am stuck with this cough, which I have every year, and I'll have it now, for another couple of weeks.
It used to be a point where if I got sick, and by sick means I caught a cold or something like that, once I've recovered, 2 days later, I get sick again. And once I recover from that, there is a possibility I get sick one more time. And then it's like, okay, you've done your requirement. The cold is not going to bother you for at least a year and a half. Then eventually I just keep a cold all year round. So, life.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. To the point that I've been coughing so much now that yesterday I coughed and gave myself a Charlie horse in one of the muscles of my stomach.
Jesus.
And then as soon as it was finally calmed down, I coughed again, and the same muscle got another Charlie horse. Yeah. So now I'm walking around the past 24 hours with my hand on my stomach holding that muscle just so that it doesn't move or twitch or anything like that, so that it doesn't cramp again.
I'm suddenly reminded of that one episode of The Simpsons with Bart. Oh, my ovaries.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting couple of weeks.
So I do. Go on.
And by that, I want to say I got a new car.
Hooray!
You got a new car. Dun, 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 dun.
It was 227,000 miles. It was about due.
How many miles? How many miles on the Corolla?
Over 227,000.
Hey, you got a lot of usage out of it, at least.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
I definitely got my my money's worth out of the car.
and how long has you had that car? Like almost 20 years.
Yeah, about 20 years.
And your car is basically like the father of South Park. When you turn the engine, it'd be like, I didn't hear no goddamn bell.
Yeah. Like 2 days after I got my car, my boss came in to me. He's like, I'm never gonna know when you're in work anymore. I hear you come into work, and then I would hear you leave.
Why did it backfire loudly when you pulled out?
No, there was a crack in one of the exhaust gaskets. So just my exhaust was just loud as fuck.
It would just go fungal.
It was one of those that you press on
I
the
thought that was Mako driving it and it stalls out.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. It was just a crack. So I either would have had to have gotten it fixed before my inspection in August, or now I don't have to worry about that because I have a new car.
So have you
I
decided
got a
on
feeling
anything?
that old thing wouldn't have passed inspection anyway.
If it would, if the crack in the gasket was fixed, which would have cost me like $150, it would have been fine.
How much did the dealership give you for your trade-in?
500.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
not bad.
more than I thought it was going to be.
Weed money.
No, that is car money.
All right, gas money.
That works too.
Because we all know you're not a beer type of person.
Depends on the beer.
Mm.
But no, my car insurance went up a little over double what it had been.
Yikes.
Because of the new car?
Yeah, because my old car was so old, all I had on there was collision. Because if it was trashed, it's 20 years old.
Oh.
So now I have collision and liability. So instead of paying $52 for my insurance, it's like $112.
That's not
okay.
so
That's
bad.
not too bad,
No.
especially as bad as insurance and whatnot gets in this state.
Yeah, it's one of the only good reasons. Like my taxes are low because of where I live. Insurance is low because of where I live. If I still lived in Lakewood, I don't even want to imagine how much my insurance would have been.
Yeah, they would have been laughing at you.
Yeah, there's a very good possibility for that.
So have you decided on the name for the car yet?
I'm still going between two. I will drive it around a little bit. Basically, it's either going to be named Sonic or Lapis.
I guess
Those are good names.
I think it should go towards Lapis.
Well, the only reason why I am tending to think more Sonic is because the brand is a Nissan Kicks.
I get it.
Yeah.
But you would need red hubcaps.
I was actually thinking about
Oh
red
shit!
stripes going down the car.
You need if you're gonna do that, you might as well just put 2 orange tails on the trunk. Shit.
Well, no, because my car isn't orange. My car is blue.
No, put a little fuzz ball and then this, you know.
But yeah, so it's either gonna be Sonic or Lapis.
All right.
I'd
But
go with Sonic, honestly.
I mean, I'm still leaning towards Lapis, but I can respect Sonic if you go the other if you do that stuff. I fucks with that. So
Yeah, I have to look into that.
but before we switch over to Ari, Mako, I do have one more question for you.
What?
When you got the Charlie horse, did it start singing "This is the song that doesn't end"?
Thank you.
Let me guess, it's stuck in your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, it's been stuck in my head for the last 10 minutes when the thought came to mind.
Yeah, I'm currently contemplating going and getting my lamb chop plushie.
Well, you know her daughter is doing it now.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That's kind of cool.
And I never would have thought Lamb Chop would be a very popular dog toy.
Well,
Never would have guessed. But anywho, Ari, how was your week? How was your day?
Well, I did get paid this past
Ka-ching.
weekend, as well as I finally got my check from my old place for my escrow,
Yeah, that's good.
the security deposit. It was more than I thought it was, but it's just a couple $100 in my account that I can hang on to.
No, that's good.
And it's mostly been work stuff, and my birthday is tomorrow.
happy birthday.
Congratulations on leveling up.
I'm gonna be fucking 43.
He'll be level 43. Ain't that bad?
I did get a couple of things in the mail from some of our other contributors, like this cute little thing,
Oh, Choco.
little perler. I think she's winking at me, at the viewer,
Probably.
the way the eyes are.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. So it was in a care package with a bunch of other stuff. So, but I greatly appreciated that. And like I said, it's mostly been work stuff and also overnight shifts this weekend, which I really fucking hated.
I remember I used to do overnight shifts way back in the day when I used to work at Starbucks. Nothing like kicking homeless out at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Nothing about that sounds fun.
No, it really wasn't. So, anywho, my weekend day has been good. It's just work as per normal. We've had some issues with our work schedules, but mine has worked out the way it is. I don't have to come in early like I was originally asked to, so there's that. Did some laundry because the way my weekends are coming up, I'm doing some traveling, and my thing is I like to do laundry every 2 weeks. Now, if I'm during those 2 weeks, if I'm traveling, I like to do laundry the week of, like that Sunday, so I'm good for that Saturday. And if I find I'm doing a little more, I'll do laundry maybe like every week. Because honestly, I prefer to do laundry maybe every week as opposed to like come back 3 weeks later and be like, oh shit, I ain't got shit. So there's that. So also, I can also say that my trip to Japan has been paid off, so that's good.
Woohoo!
So
Hooray.
me and CC Gray Witch are going to have a grand old fun time. So I kind of feel like I kind of overbooked it because I picked like let's do like the anime and manga trip. So and they have some tours and stuff like that they threw in there. Some of it is self-guided, and I have a list of stuff that I want to put together. So I was just like, well, so it should be for the most part. So that's going to be fun. Like I said, the main tour that we're actually doing is a 3-hour ramen tour, so that's going to be fun.
That does sound delicious.
Oh, yes, it is. And before anybody's wondering, yes, I am going to the Sailor Moon store, and there's an article coming up in tonight's story, tonight's show, that I'm a little bummed about because I won't be able to enjoy that, but it is what it is. So we'll get into that when we get into tonight's programming. And I think that's basically been it. So yeah. So now we got that out the way. We're gonna get into some housekeeping notes here. Don't forget, episodes of Anime Jam Session are available on our YouTube page. They go live Thursday is at 12 noon. If it's not up by 12, that means I forgot, or I was out of town, or I fell asleep or something. So, but they will be up. You don't have to worry about that. Let's see, what else do we have here? The Anime Jam Session Convention 2025 Convention Tour kicks off in a month. Less than a month, less than 30 days, it seems. ZenkaiCon 2025, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, at the Lancaster County Convention Center from March 21st to the 23rd. Come through, come hang out, and have a good time. I will be hosting a panel Friday at 11:30 a.m. Twitch Streaming 101. This panel is about the hardware and the software that you're going to basically need to get started. I am not talking about VTubing unless what's her name just happens to show up. My darling kid Wild Spice. So I gotta let her know when that panel is because I asked her if she wanted to join in. So we'll see how that goes. So there is that. All right. So I think that's it for housekeeping. Let me double check the notes. Yep, that is it for housekeeping. So now we're going to get into Geek Roundtable. We talk more about the geekier aspects of our life and what geeky stuff we've been up to and stuff to share. So, Ari, what you got for the roundtable?
Well, it's something that came just today. Where's the friggin'? There it is. And get back up there. Yep, there we go. And I had to get this thing off eBay because that's where the person that's where I found out that people were selling it. But it was a Facebook group, but it was a dude's eBay page that I had to go to. But this just came in the mail for me today.
Nice.
Is that code Lyoko?
Sure is.
Oh wow.
And I know you're going to ask about the font, but that's because the seller was in Macedonia.
Well, I really was going to ask anything about the font because I know the top font had some type of Digimon resembled me of Digimon, but
that's just that's just the font for the the title mark. But it's in Macedonian Cyrillic.
How much did that run you?
The figure itself was about 45, but all the shipping and whatnot ran it up to about 63 or so.
Oh, trust me, I understand. Remember when I bought those?
You see all the other names of the other characters on there and how they're
cool.
Red and also I'm looking at my Skype window and Aileda's name. Everything is mirrored on my end, but it looks like Aileda's name is still facing forward.
Okay.
That's really goddamn weird for me.
See, that reminds me, remember when I bought those Alyssa Milano CDs? I originally thought I had bought them off of somebody from Japan. I bought them off of somebody in the Netherlands.
Well,
so I think the shipping on that was like $30. So I was like, I don't care. This was well fucking worth it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, I want to put this up, but I'm not sure if I want to take it out of the packaging anymore because where the hell else am I going to get something like this? You know what
the autographed Luigi figurine that I have? It is sitting in a gallon Ziploc bag on my shelf, sealed.
Yeah.
So you do that. Find a Ziploc gallon bag, drop it in there, try to push out as much air as you can, and just have it on display.
Something to think about. But it's fully articulate and posable, so. But hey, actual Code Lyoko merch. I'm happy now.
I'm about that. I feel you on that. I'm gonna have that same mindset when I go to Japan, Akihabara, because I'm like, I'm not buying any figures until I come back. Cause I'm like, even though these are the street dates, release dates, but maybe if I get lucky, I'll find them before the release dates as I roam around the electric neighborhood. But
You need to get to the secondhand stores.
Oh, I know. What do you? I will tell you this now. About 90 outside of the stuff I bought from the Sailor Moon store. 90% of all the swag that I bought for myself, you, and everybody else as Christmas gifts that were figurines were from a book off, Animate, or some other secondhand shop. And a lot of them were even labeled secondhand. And then you couldn't even tell it was secondhand. It was that pristine. Because I tell you what, when I went in 2023, the easiest things you could find were Rem and Ram from ReZero and Hatsune Miku. I think the most expensive figure that I bought was Nazuna from Call of the Night. And that was about 3,000 yen, if that. Now, that's by itself. I keep telling a story about the Sailor Venus figures. Remember, those were two for 4,000 yen that flipped to like $25. So evidently, the Nazuna figurine had to be at least $15 before I walked out with it. So, and that's why I really didn't complain about any of the boxes being slightly bent because I paid $15. Now, if I paid 25 to 30, then I'd be kind of annoyed by that. So, anyway, so for what I've been up to for a Geek Roundtable, I actually finished season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I have very bad anime ADD. I will start a series and then get sidetracked. And my sidetracking hasn't been as bad because I have my anime list to keep track of my titles. But between me catching up with some photos and live action shows I've been watching, my anime has been kind of slacking. So, and I keep saying that what I want to do now is try to catch up with some older shows and then watch a new show. I think we're halfway done with the winter season. I need to go through that list because I know there's at least 3 other titles I saw that I definitely want to watch. But on the plus side, the fact that I'm waiting so long, I can sit down and watch the dub. And I know there's a few of you that are complaining about dub. Look, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with a dub most of the time. As I said, there's no such thing as a bad dub, just bad script writers and bad direction. There are some titles I have watched subbed and dubbed. Like, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. If I didn't get emotional over the subtitled, you best believe I got emotional over the dub because it was that good. And yes, I will drop another $100 on another box set with the dub track on it. I will do that. So I've taken care of that. I'm kind of caught up with Sakamoto Days. Instead of playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the main reason why I got a PlayStation 5, I have been playing Yakuza 0, and I'm really enjoying the fuck out of this game.
It's a really fun game.
Yeah, and I didn't realize I did not have Kiwami 2, so that's sitting in my outbox, so I'm going to pull the trigger on that if it goes on sale, or if I finish when I get almost done with Kiwami 1. I'm on 0. I'm on chapter 6 at the moment. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm where Kiryu spoke to one of the heads of the family, and he just shot that girl in the dance club, and he just flipped over to Goro Majima. That's where I am at the moment. So,
yeah, I'm a little bit before that. I am going through and trying to open up all of the side quests that I can. Just because I just opened up that I can, collect businesses, such. So I'm actually trying to collect things for the businesses and everything. and that is all I'm doing at this point.
Ari, you should definitely check out Yakuza. I think you really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about it
Yes.
constantly.
I need to finish the TV series. It's in limbo at the moment. We don't know if there's going to be a season 2 or not. So, but so far I have been enjoying it. So now that we got,
I also know that the newest incarnation has a Samoa Joe in it.
oh, that I didn't know. It's the Hawaiian one where they're pirates or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, or probably fortunately, because it doesn't actually, it probably wouldn't pass with the licensing and whatnot. It doesn't play his angry trumpets themes, entrance music when he's on screen.
Probably because he's not playing. Is he playing Samoa Joe in the game?
No, but it's
there you go.
It's impossible to see him and not think of anything else.
Yeah, but if he's playing a different, but he's playing a different character. So
I know, but I just know every pro wrestling shitposter is going to make comparisons to Yakuza and and pro wrestling.
Well, they did that when he was on Twisted Metal. Even though that was Will Ferrell doing the voice of the clown.
I didn't Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, yeah.
I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Samoa Joe played Sweet Tooth, but Will Arnett, I say Will Ferrell. Will Arnett did the voice. So.
And season 2 is coming out soon.
And I can't wait for that. Anthony Mackie was amazing in that show. But I mean, which one? I may actually have to go see him as Captain America. I may have to. Maybe when it hits Disney Plus, like how Sonic 3 just hit Paramount Plus. So maybe if I have to.
Good. I can't wait until Sonic 4 comes out.
With Amy Rose.
Amy Rose can go and kick dirt.
Why? Would you rather it be Princess Sally?
Yes.
Well, at least you shouldn't say. At least it was Rouge. It could have been Rouge instead.
She's supposed to be in the new movie coming up.
Yeah, this is
Is or isn't.
This is not the Archie storyline. So, well, if Rouge is in there, she in the fourth movie she has to say the line.
Which line?
Pissing all alone, I see.
Oh, that one. The whole pissing thing.
Yeah. But
besides, once you've seen the real-time game dub, like, was it real-time? The real-time fandom moment from Sonic Adventure 2 of Dr. Robotnik firing his Death Egg laser at the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only thing anyone ever thinks about.
I still want a Sonic Adventure 3. I'm hoping that does happen. But anyway, I'm not even worrying about that. But
I'm pissing on the moon.
All I know, if when Sonic 4 happens and we get an Amy Rose, Aquafina is not the voice.
Aquafina, who?
Yeah, Aquafina. Aquafina is a Chinese comedian out of New York City who basically rode the coattails of her black friends and so forth to become famous. So yeah, there's controversy about that here and there, and it's kind of sad. Actually, new people that actually defended her. I'm just like, really, right in front of me. Anywho, enough about that. Now we got that out of the way. Let's get into tonight's stories. First thing we're talking about is Ranma 1/2 getting a pop-up cafe. Now, we've talked about this before, not about this specific one, but in the past there have been other pop-up cafes for Ranma 1/2 that has happened. And thankfully to one of our staffers, Rose, she got me a Ranma and a shampoo mug from those cafes, which is kind of cool. And when I say I'm a little salty about it, the cafe is not going to be around for that long. And my friend Cheyenne she actually been to the cafe a couple of times because it's in her town of Nagoya, which is pretty cool. And also, she's been to round 1. They have They have super deformed Ranma half plushies I need to get my hands on.
Of course, they're getting a maid pop-up cafe. What isn't nowadays?
True, true. And I'm just starting to thinking, well, maybe because I didn't follow Urusei Yatsura as much as I did Ranma, but I don't recall Urusei Yatsura getting this much coverage. So, at least on the plus side, we'll find out later this year about season 2. So, anyhow, as it was says, this cafe is not the one that's in Nagoya. This one is in Ikebukuro. It's a collaboration cafe in the brand new Box Cafe and Grandscape in Grandscape Ikebukuro. The cafe is being handled by LTR Inc., a subsidiary of CL Holdings. They have a total of 20 stores. It's Box Cafe and Space. It's a limited time cafe space that promotes themed cafe culture as well as the appeal of media content. The space allows visiting customers to experience a world overflowing with their beloved favorite things by taking the wonderful world views from media content and transforming it into a new kind of food entertainment. As an experimental store, it provides cutting-edge information on the latest hot topics. To commemorate the completely new anime adaptation of Ranma 1/2, LTR Inc. is opening this lively and fun-themed cafe using original illustrations of the characters wearing traditional Japanese clothing. And I'm looking at it and I really like it. I would actually cosplay that style of Ranma, working in a restaurant. It's pretty cool. I like it. The menu offers a twist on a retro coffee shop menu with food, desserts, and drinks based on the characters and the character colors, making it bright, fun, and pleasant. It includes a Ranma Saotome inspired omelet pilaf, Girl Ranma inspired cold omelet pasta, a Pichon inspired curry, an Akane Tendo inspired dorayaki pancake, and a shampoo inspired parfait. And that's really nice. And there are also limited edition goods and bonuses using the cafe's original illustrations. These include acrylic stands, can badges, stickers, and more. At the newly opened Box Cafe and Space Grandscape Ikebukuro, you can enjoy a space that is brimming with unique characters and savor a carefully crafted menu while chatting about Ranma 1/2. The cafe opens on March 6th, along with the grand opening of the Box Cafe Grandscape location, and it ends on March 30th. For more information and reservations, you can head over to the official website, which is ranma-bcafe.th-cafe.jp. So like I said, by the time I get to Japan, it'll be all over. But if I'm lucky, if I hit enough of the secondhand stores, I can find some decent merch. I mean, there are some figurines out at the moment, but I'm like, you know what? I can wait. I can hold off. So
I got a feeling those Ronco standees are gonna go out the door like hotcakes.
probably so, but I'm really digging the Ranma standee a little bit more. I actually want one. I actually want one, two of those. One at my desk here at home, and one at my desk at work. All right. Moving right along. Let's see. I think this one is right up Mako-chan's alley. We're just going to talk about why Gohan lost out on being the main character.
Oh boy.
Oh.
The headline alone hurts for me.
So the manga editors that worked with Toriyama on Dragon Ball for Shonen Jump, they had interviews and discussed the history of the series, the author, and all of that on a podcast called Kosakosu.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the conversation that was done is translated on Twitter. And basically, they were talking about Toriyama's creative process and all of that kind of thing. But they also cleared up a longstanding preconception about controversial creative decisions that were made during Dragon Ball Z,
Mm-hmm.
such as bringing back Goku as the series lead after building up Gohan to be his successor. Um, basically, it goes on to say that Toriyama got bored. Basically, he said that the interview goes on to say, in typical setup, the strongest fighters would face off in the finals. But in Dragon Ball, the decisive duel could happen in the first round, which often left the editors confused. What happens after that? But Toriyama, true to his philosophy, would simply respond, if I put the most epic fight first, then I'll just come up with something else. His priority was to surprise the readers, create something unexpected, and not worry too much about long-term consequences. So, Toriyama in the manga continued on and had Gohan in high school. And they're called the school chapter. And it is Gohan in high school with the Great Saiyaman. And the idea was to go back to a lighthearted storyline with Gohan attempting to hide his identity while experiencing small everyday adventures, like it was back in the original Dragon Ball in the beginning and in Toriyama's first manga. However, he got bored with it, not with the character Gohan himself. He found it tedious and time-consuming to draw a school setting, as it required drawing so many scenes with background characters. So he quickly cut the storyline and moved on to something more dynamic and absurd. And that tendency, that improvisational storytelling, is basically what introduced Trunks into the storyline as well.
Okay.
So again, it wasn't that he didn't like the character. It wasn't that he stopped liking the character. But because of Gohan's age, it's very difficult for somebody that is bored with drawing background characters to draw a character that is constantly in school. Which completely understand.
Meanwhile, other 16-year-olds are off having adventures, not in school. You know, I see you, Jotaro Kujo. I see you. I also see you, Ranma Saotome. Yes, I understand Ranma was in school half the time, but the other half the time he was fighting or getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, so because of this, and Toriyama basically dropping Gohan because of this, the love of Gohan kind of suffered. So on top of that, he basically said that he admitted to switching back to Goku because of Gohan. And because Gohan was admittedly pushed into becoming a fighter and didn't fit the role needed for the series. So now with Dragon Ball Super and Gohan coming back, out in that fighting, and you reading the manga, that you find out that Gohan never stopped training. He never stopped fighting. He never stopped with the Great Saiyaman or anything like that. He just ended up becoming a background character because he didn't want to be part of, that. He didn't his entire life to be training. And now that's coming out in Super.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, so I mean, for those that enjoyed Gohan like myself,
Man, girl.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Even the stupid Great Saiyaman crap, I enjoyed that shit too. But yeah, it's nice to see that Toriyama, you know, brought Gohan back into the, into the actual main storyline.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I might just have to pick up, watch Super and just see what's going on with that. I'm hearing good things about Daima, so
Oh yeah, Daima. It really jumped back on the radar this past few days.
I think SSJ4 Goku is actually canon now, or something like that.
No, 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 not that. There's a scene where Vegeta's fighting and getting his ass whipped, and then Bulma shouts at him to you know, let Goku tag in for a bit. He says, if you don't back down and let Goku fight, I'm not gonna let you take a bath with me anymore. And Vegeta just bails out immediately. He's like, okay, Kakarot, you go.
That's funny. All right.
Well, had to happen somehow.
But I wouldn't point my finger and laugh at Vegeta about that. Nope, nope. I like breathing. All right. Next up, Ari, tell us what's going on about this Bleach director getting fired.
Yeah. Leo Kawamoto, an animation director who has participated in all cours, spelled Cours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's what they call arcs or whatever.
No, it's more like not the arcs. It's like the seasons, something like that. 4 cours, 4 seasons, something like that. You know.
He's publicly shared that he's been cut from the anime. He shared that he was fired from the series in a Twitter post on February 20th, saying, "I was fired from Bleach, so it would be difficult to participate in Core 4. I'll provide more details later." He later responded to inquiries, revealed that his firing had nothing to do with illness, and despite chalking up to his quote-unquote lack of ability, he said it was concerned with his incompatibility with the studio. He replied to a fan who praised his contributions to the series, saying, "Even if you were an animation director, you could be fired from the company's structure of work methods don't suit you. Like fired if the company's structure and methods don't suit you. I don't know if many others are fired from the company. I'll give more details later."
Okay.
So he said that he's actually referencing the old adage of the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. He said that he's not going to be able to do the fourth core. However, the company's policy and the way he does his job were different, so it can't be helped, according to him. He was an animator on all cores of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War to date. He also provided key animation for all 3 opening songs and considers episode 36 an especially memorable one. Kawamoto says he has a job offer lined up for April, so he might take it easy until then. Aside from Bleach, he has extensive animation direction credits in The Rising of Shield Hero and
That's a good anime.
Yatsura. Huh?
That's a good anime. I watched that one.
Mm-hmm. And Thousand Year Blood War Core 3 ended on a massive high. The release date for its 4th and final core is yet to be announced. A recently released NHK documentary on Pierrot gave insight to the studio's ambition to expand globally, with Pierrot producer Yoshihiro Tominaga saying about the formation of the new Pierrot Films label, "No more excuses about time or money. This is our way of moving forward without looking back."
That seems just about right.
Yeah, but it still sucks that the guy got axed because reasons, essentially.
Yeah, it's always the case. So at least we'll soon find out the truth.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back.
You got it. All right. Let me go ahead and switch this if it'll allow me. Okay. I was able to switch that. Let me go ahead and change the overlay so that people think that it's Mako and not Ari hanging out in the chimichanga truck. There we go. All right. So our next story is about the Samurai Pizza Cats. And I was shocked to shit when I heard about this. I'm like, are you really serious about this? The Samurai Pizza Cats for real? Wow. One thing I liked about I watched a few episodes of the subtitled, but one thing I can say about I just love how the dubs shamelessly makes fun of itself. Will someone please cue that bird? One of the most iconic animes of the 1990s, at least in the West, was Samurai Pizza Cats. Even if many kids watching at the time didn't know it was Japanese in origin. Now, a nostalgic memory, the meowing marinara maniacs are finally back in a digital adventure that promises more fun than any turtle ever had. Handled by Dutch developer Blast Zero and publisher Red Dune Games, Samurai Pizza Cats Blast from the Past is an upcoming video game that's set to go all out in bringing cats to the modern consoles, featuring Speedy Cervici, Polly Esther, and Guido Anchovy, and a side-scrolling action RPG adventure. This game celebrates a major anniversary of the anime's original incarnation. Although fans will have to wait a year before they can grab a slice, the original cast will be back when the game comes out. And you can tell it's them in the trailer too. Announced decades after the anime came out, Samurai Pizza Cats Blast from the Past is a new video game based on the classic TV show. Once again, the villain is the feisty Big Cheese, a rat who was a fox in the original Japanese dub. Is crow ninja henchmen with the titular cyborg cats scratching their claws in retaliation. The animation and the art style of the game are heavily based on the classic anime, with scenes from the series shown in the announcement trailer as seen on YouTube. Combining platforming and action RPG elements, the game will allow players to choose any one of the Samurai Pizza Cats and their signature weapons and powers to use against their enemies. The powers can also be leveled up and upgraded using cards and addition certain level of customization. Well, that's pretty cool. And also, if you look, I believe on some people's social media, there is like screenshots and little video clips of the studio doing the animation for the game. I'm not talking like animation on the computer. They're actually hand drawing this and then going with the cell on top. I'm like, that is amazing. I absolutely love that. That alone is the reason why I'm like, this is definitely a day one purchase.
Oh, absolutely. It looks so fun.
Yep.
Awesome, I'm back.
Welcome back. If the entire affair wasn't nostalgic enough, the voice cast for the franchise's 2 dubs also returned for the project. With the exception of Seiichiro Yamashita replacing Jiro Kosugi as Tsukashi, which is Guido in the English dub, the classic cast is back for the both westernized Samurai Pizza Cats and its Japanese incarnation. The latter was known as Kyoto Ninden Tiandi, with the anime being dubbed into English, with the names and jokes changed to become Samurai Pizza Cats. Released from 1990 to 1991, Samurai Pizza Cats ran for 52 episodes, and like shows such as Robotech before it, this series paved the way for other anime to be released, comparably in unaltered forms in the West. Samurai Pizza Cats Blast from the Past will release on 2026 on PC via Steam and on all major platforms. So, I went looking last night to see if I can find a cover of Samurai Pizza Cats, like one of the opening theme. Now, all right, I'm trying not to play this. All right, I'm gonna pause this. There we go, and mute this. So I came across a video, and it's from a concert with a lot of voice actors, and the opening theme to the show, Kyoto Ninden Tiandi, is called Oto Dokoi Nihon Bade, and it's sang by Yataro and Purin, which is let me look at this real quick if I can remember who they are. Speedy Cervici and Polly Esther. Now, what's cool, what I didn't know is Kappe Yamaguchi is the voice of Yataro. And I think, Mako, you might get a kick out of this, in case you didn't see my post about this.
What's that?
Ai Orikasa is the voice of Purin, who is Ryoko in Tenchi Muyo.
Yes.
Mhm. And when they're singing and they start talking to each other, she sounds just like Ryoko. It's like as if Ryoko's her normal talking voice. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever, so. And the fact that Kappei comes out there, his face is kind of painted like a cat, and he starts singing the song. I thought that was so cool, so damn cool. All right, now that we got that out the way, we go from Pizza Cats to JoJo references. Oh, okay. Let's see. Mako, what's going on with Shibuya being taken over by a JoJo reference? Sounds odd.
So April 12th marks JoJo Day,
Mm.
an event scheduled to be held in Shibuya, but festivities are going to get started as early as next month with the JoJo Shibuya initiative. During this time, businesses across the world will be collaborating with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, including Shibuya Excel Hotel, Tokyo. The hotel will be decorating their public areas with JoJo theming, and the lounge and restaurants will offer a special collab menu inspired by the series' main characters. You will be able to enjoy entrees and desserts themed after the JoJos and their friends and rivals, then wash it down with one of 6 drinks. The hotel will also offer special accommodation plans that come with JoJo Shibuya merch, such as an acrylic art block, a tote, 6 art cards, and a do not disturb door hanger. The special menu and plans will be available at the hotel from March 21 to April 28th.
And I wish I was there. I could be there for that too.
Yeah, you're going to be a month late for that one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up having to catch it in the secondhand stores, most likely.
Yeah,
You got some bad timing, man.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even know, but like I said, I'm going for my birthday. That's perfect timing enough as it is for me, personally.
Yeah, good point.
Yep.
yeah, the food and the drinks look really good too.
Mm.
They're very, very colorful and very, very out there.
No, I mean, I could have told you that. All right, let me clear this up. Get this out the way. All right. All right. Next up is our basically our last story of the night about Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ari, please do the honors.
There's a new extended reality game in the works for 2026. Details are light at the moment, but developer Pixelity revealed that it's officially working on a Neon Genesis Evangelion related extended reality game. The licensed product is currently planned as a trilogy based on the TV anime. The first part is eyeing a 2026 release. Players will follow the events of the series as an original character, and like that, you've lost me.
I mean, yeah, it's Evangelion, and they're doing some type of extended reality game. If that's not damaging and mind numbing enough, I don't know what the fuck is.
I mean, I'm like my brain immediately just went to, oh god, it's going to be some like some writer's Mary Sue fanfic made into a product. Ugh. Anyway, they'll be tasked with completing quests and battling enemies as they progress through key events from the anime. There'll be, quote, interactive and cooperative gameplay with familiar characters, end quote, throughout the action adventure. XR games encompass a variety of immersive technologies, including mixed reality, augmented reality, and virtual reality. Exactly which type of realities the game is aiming for has yet to be determined, but more info is on the way via the Pixelity website and social media channels. And if y'all know about the shit Evangelion's been through and its creator has been through, you wonder just why they keep going half the time. Like I can't tell if it's just going to be absolutely mind blowing or it'll just be filed away in the "no one asked for this."
It's Hideaki
box.
Anno. Ask yourself that again.
Probably the latter then.
Mm-hmm. This is the Mecca that never ends.
Ugh.
Anywho, now that we got that out the way. Oh, and by the way, I know I've mentioned this a couple times, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. If you go to Japan, if you're a big fan of Evangelion, you have to go to Hakone. Hakone is the basis for Tokyo 3. There is an official Evangelion store there at the train station. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this till after the fact, after I done walked the fuck away. So, but when I took the airlift up to the base station, you could see all the Ava stuff, which was kind of cool. So, Cedar wants to know, which iterations does this one go between? I think this is in a class by itself.
Again, if you want to get hyped for it, that's on you.
Me personally, no.
I meant the audience.
Hey, as long
if
as
our listeners want to get hyped for it, that's on them. But I don't match your enthusiasm, I'm afraid.
Look, as long as Asuka is there, I could care less. So that really matters to me.
I just want to tell Masato to shut the fuck up. That's all.
And hit her with just hit her with a can of beer.
Something a little heavier, like a steel chair.
Ooh. By God, it's Kaji with the chair. It's Kaji with the chair.
I mean, but starting to hate her as much as I do Gendo.
No, Kaji was the one that's always fucking with Shinji.
I don't think anything of him.
Basically. And now that we've gotten that out of our systems, we're gonna go ahead and get into the best part of the show. Meanwhile, in Japan.
I have the first one.
Oh, well, that was quick. By all means, good sir.
What about you two?
Let's see now. I will take the second story.
Of course you will.
Hey.
Well, the third one might be up your alley, Mako.
Which is why I figured I would be taking that one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair.
Okay, when I saw the descriptor of it in our outline, it says turn your bath into soup, and I'm thinking, oh God, not Filthy Frank references. Anyway, for many people in Japan,
it's time to stop.
Yes. For many people in Japan, Kagawa Prefecture, or Shikoku Island, is synonymous with udon. The thick, chewy style of wheat noodle found there is often referred to as Sanuki udon after an old name for the region, and people come from far and wide to taste the noodles in their place of origin. Even the local mascots usually have some connection to it. That's why it's a surprise, but not too surprising, when the Michi no Eki Genpei no Satomure roadside delivery souvenir shop in Takamatsu City began offering special bath salts titled Sanuki Udon Fragrance Bath. Sanuki Udon no Kyoryu. On December 6th of last year, they completely sold out in just 3 days. The product is said to smell and look just like udon broth, and there are two varieties. One based on the kind of broth you might find in kake udo, plain noodles and hot broth, and the other in bakake udon, noodles and hot broth with a variety of toppings. God damn it, that is some very unfortunate phrasing. The product's developer, who is a staff member at Michino Eki, states that while Kagawa has plenty of udon-themed merchandise, all of it revolves around consuming an edible udon product.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to find a way for people to enjoy udon besides simply eating it, and so landed on the idea of humans themselves becoming the noodles in a big bathtub of broth. Again, Filthy Frank stuff, and I'm not for it. Initially limited to just 800 packets, the bath salts proved so popular that over 3,000 additional units have now been sold. The manufacturer has also taken great care in ensuring that the scents aren't too strong by designing the aromas, which faithfully reproduce typical dashi broth based ingredients such as kobu kelp and bonito flakes to fade as the hot water evaporates. It would be a little pointless to have to take a bath if the smell were to linger. Each packet sells for 260 yen, which is like $1.70 US, with 2 packets going for 426 yen and 6 packets going for 1126. The bundled sets have been especially popular souvenirs for people outside of the prefecture. With sales predicted to finally finish this month, interested buyers will want to snatch them up before they're evaporated from the shelves. I'm speechless about this. I honestly am.
Why is that?
Again, I can't get dislodge the Filthy Frank references from my skull.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one and cleanse our palate a little bit.
Given where Mako-chan finds that stuff, you think that's actually possible?
I will say that there are some really fucked up bath bombs and stuff like that. So a soup bath doesn't.
It hardly registers as a threat at this point.
There is a shart bath bomb.
A what?
A shart.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So nothing.
How do you come? How did you find? How do you have that piece of information? That piece of knowledge?
Yeah.
Did you go looking for bath bombs and just said, "Okay, what's the most fucked up thing I can find?"
I did. I put into Google weird bath bombs, and the very first one was shart fizzers. It's a prank.
Oh, that's not even fun to listen to, let alone say. Oh.
Yes.
Ron, are you muted over there? Because you look like you're laughing your ass off.
So from what I'm seeing here, the bath bomb comes out muddy brown. But it smells like root beer.
That doesn't make it better. It just makes root beer worse.
You're welcome.
God fucking damn it.
You see my arm?
What about it?
You see my hand?
Yeah.
I'm tapping out.
That's not even the best part.
Oh God!
That's not even the best part.
Best
One of
part.
these Twitch streamers
Oh
that take a shart bath and then sell their bath water.
See what you started, Ari?
This isn't alcohol, but I wish it was.
You're welcome. Happy 666, everybody!
And there it is. All right. Maybe we can get through the next part. Maybe. Hopefully. Succinctly. Actually, I prefer this one. Foreigner-friendly maid cafe adds translation panels to Akihabara location. Technology hopes to help visitors from overseas more thoroughly enjoy a unique aspect of Akiba culture. More so than the food and drink itself, it's the aura of the fun and whimsy that draws people to Japan's maid cafes. As a matter of fact, at many maid cafes, your food is served with a little performance where your maid, often with help from members of your party, supposedly casts a spell to make your curry, rice, omelette, and parfait more delicious. However, the Maid Cafe at Home Cafe's recent Pixie Dust edition isn't a new mystical seasoning that they've stocked their kitchens with, but a new piece of technology introduced to help more people enjoy the Maid Cafe experience. Pixie Dust here refers to the Tokyo based tech firm Pixie Dust Technologies, makers of the Vuvo display translation device. Vuvo converts voice to text, which it displays on a transparent dual side tablet, and then, according to Pixie Dust, can use AI to translate the text between Japanese and other languages. The goal, Pixie Dust and At Home Cafe say, is to remove language barriers and allow visitors from overseas to more fully enjoy Japan's maid cafe culture. Some might be tempted to argue that the culture is too lofty of a word to use it for maid cafes, but they're definitely a uniquely Japanese form of entertainment dining. And At Home Cafe, having been in the business for 20 years, is proof that maid cafes haven't ended up as a flash in the pan. The promotional photo regarding the Vivo display shows the cafe maids using the display to translate between Japanese and English. But Pixie Dust says the device can handle translations for over 100 different languages, and At Home Cafe made a point of having the technology in place for the start of China's Lunar New Year vacation travel period. The company say that the voice to text function of the panels will also be used for native Japanese speakers with hearing impairments, allowing yet another demographic to easily enjoy the Maid Cafe experience. As we've seen before, automated translations isn't foolproof, and throwing at linguistic curveballs like moe, kyun, and other Maid Cafe jargon might prove to be more if it can handle. For now, the viewable displays are in service at the At Home Cafe's Akiba Culture Zone branch in Tokyo's Akihabara neighborhood and will be in use until March 31st. And hopefully they'll extend it by the time I get there, because this will be a maid cafe I'm going to add to my list since I'm going to be in Akihabara for about 4 days. Now, when I went to the Shangri-La Cafe, the girls there had like little translators, so we were able to talk back and forth. Yes, it's a little informal, but it still works. So, I like that. And now,
I can only imagine how well that thing would handle accents and the like.
Well, I don't think it'll be that bad, because I think whatever it says with the accent, it's going to find what it roughly translates, and it's going to keep looking till this is what they mean, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and now we got that out the way. Our final story of the night. Take it away, please, Mako-chan.
Yeah, so February 22nd in Japan is Cat Day, because the triple twos in the date sound like nyan nyan nyan, because the numbers read me me me. So obviously it is a day when cat lovers can indulge, and stores like FamilyMart are keen to cater to those tastes with limited edition releases celebrating the beauty of cats. This year, FamilyMart is holding its third annual Family Nyart Daisuken. Yes, they call it Family Nyart.
I get it.
So they were coming out this year with a bunch of cat-themed sweets for the occasion. The sweets debuted officially on February 18th, and I think are going until the end of the month. So this year is the largest collection ever. So there are sweet buns with milk bean paste, which is the Koneko Manju, and pad marshmallow, which is the Nuku marshmallow. And they're only a little over $1 each.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And it is fully translated as kitten sweet bun and paw pad marshmallow.
Okay, that does sound pretty good.
It
Nyan
does.
Tomo Oshi cheesecake, which translates as incredibly delicious cheesecake. And all of the art on here are done by various local artists and such. Um, Another collaborator on board is Japan's Yamato Transport,
Mm.
which is a top delivery company that commonly goes by the name Koroniko or Black Cat due to its distinctive logo. They are selling a Koroniko to Shironiko biscuit sand, which is black cat and white cat biscuit sandwich. And I saw that, and the very first thing I said when I saw that was, that is the freaking ice cream from Steven Universe.
The cookie cat.
Super popular Japanese snack brand Happy Turn also makes an appearance with a new product called Happy Nyan, which is pollock roe butter flavored and has a pink hue to resemble pink paw pads. Famous bread and sandwich pack maker Yamazaki Pan have whipped up Nyanchi Pack, which features Mofusand cats on the packaging and a gorgeous kitty pattern on the bread, which is filled with fresh caramel cream and whipped cream.
Ooh.
There is the Mosafund mug and Hakuto jelly, mug and white peach jelly, which you get in a cup, in a mug that you get to keep forever.
Ooh.
Nice.
Other items are banana nyite, which puts a meowish spin on banana latte. Nikokyu no melon pan, or paw pad melon bread, filled with custard whipped cream. And Yukokyu sweet potato, and Yukokyuin no koshian doriyaki, or paw pad imprint smooth red piece paste doriyaki, which is kind of pancake-like. They also have a selection of miscellaneous goods and daily necessities adorned in cat designs, including mini pouches, tote bags, boxes of tissues, and hand soaps. The Maratabi hand soap is a species of kiwi fruit that also goes by the name cat powder, because it has a catnip-like effect on felines. So if you wash your hands with it before you pet your cat's
They'll love you even more.
Yeah, so FamilyMart believes Cat Day is a way to repay the cat. So a portion of profits from the campaign are donated to the Japan Animal Welfare Association.
That's nice.
One store in
Really is.
Tokyo, 3 stores with the word Nico in their branch name will also be holding a pet food drive. And the box for the pet food drive looks like a cat with an open mouth, and that is where you put the food into.
Sort of like Simon's cat.
So yes, so the Cat Day campaign is running from February 18th until March 3rd. But obviously the exclusive products are going to go really freaking fast.
As always.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that we got that out the way, and we actually have time remaining, so instead of like kind of killing time before we have to go, we're gonna go.
Oh, works for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out because my throat is starting to hurt.
I hear you on that. I had to go out and buy some throat drops last week, because my throat was acting kind of itchy. I was like, now is not the time. Actually,
Talk to you later.
Oh, you cutting out right now?
Out right now. My throat is killing
All right,
me.
go.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I hope you feel better, Mako.
Thank you.
Take care,
Later, guys.
Mako. Okay, give me a second here.
Take your time.
Yep, I'm going to pause that, and I'm going to flip it around. And there's Ari. And now we go ahead and change the overlay. And I don't know why I'm getting like this background staticky when I talk, but when I go back and edit the podcast, it's not there. It makes no sense. It kind of messes with me. And there we go. So now we got that out the way. Let's go ahead and wrap the show.
Okay.
So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. They in turn tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you outright. So there's that. If you have any questions about the show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. Don't forget to... Now, you would think as many times as I would notice off the top of my head, but I keep changing it around. So anyway, while you're at it, don't forget to support the podcast and check out our episodes on podcasting sites such as Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well. Anywhere where you can download podcasts, you can find us. And what's great is a lot of these apps have an option for you to leave a review. So if you can't, leave us a review. We'd like to know what you think of the show. And don't forget to check out our website at animejamsession.com, where you'll find not just our weekly podcast, you will find cosplayer tips and tricks, cosplayer interviews, anime reviews, editorials, convention reports, links to our YouTube and Facebook page of convention and cosplay coverage, all that and a lot more at animejamsession.com. Let's see what else we have here. Our social media, Anime Jam Session on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Follow us on all of those so you know when we're going live, when we have new episodes up, and all this other cool stuff. And for everyone who follows us on those socials, thank you so much. We could not do this show without y'all. Okay, now down below, if you're still watching with us, there's our tip jar. There are links to our Stream Elements, our Streamlabs, and our Ko-Fi. If you want to just throw us a few dollars, we really appreciate that. Or if not, you can cheer us on with bits, which is also cool. Or you can sub to the channel and give out gift subs. Every little bit counts. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Ari.
Well, happy birthday to me. I have nothing planned tomorrow.
Do you at least have tomorrow off?
Yeah.
See, there you go. There's that.
Mm-hmm.
As for my last words, I see more Yakuza in my future. Well, that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. We'll have the crew back together. Hopefully you'll be here to join us too, because we're all about the good times and the good fun that we have on this show. So we're going to get up on out of here. So I'm Ranma.
And I'm Ari.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, Ari.
Good night, Ari.
And I'll say goodnight too. Good night, Ranma. Take care of y'all, and we'll see you all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!